Now, look, we're running out of time here, boys. And we haven't even got down to Invercargill. It's a huge day down there, and we've cut into Aidan's screen time, basically, because he was going to run us through what was going to be happening down there. He's all over the form down in the deep south. Aidan, let's start with the Guineas. You run us through. Can anything beat Palmetto off that last start run?
I don't think so. It's a Guineas that really does lack depth, though. But Palmetto was good in the Dunedin Guineas last time out. Master Marco was 3 wide the trip, 3 and 4 wide the trip, and ran on really nicely. The third, and Beau Rouge was another one in that same race. But it's a Guineas that really does lack depth. Palmetto was good on the clock late as well, and just stepped up nicely. And now gets to the home track for a Southland Guineas. So it really does seem to be just put on for him.
$1.80. You'd be happy to put that in through your multis. Out to $5 Master Marco. Did he come out of the same race last time? Yes, he did, behind Palmetto. So that run for third obviously seems to be in the improving stage, Master Marco.
Yeah, it was a good run too, because it was just off a wide trip throughout, and obviously comes from the stable of Kelvin and Amy Tyler. They're so potent in Southland races. Should be pretty hard to beat. The thing is that both horses that will get back off speed. Their track apparently has come up a good 3 this morning. They are irrigating. There's a bit of rain forecast as well. It was a dead 6 on Wednesday. When Invercargill is dry, it does normally favour those on speed. So that would just be the one thing to be a little bit wary about, not only for this race, but through the whole card, because there's some really nice horses that will get off speed in the undercard. You think, wow, these are horses I want to be betting, but just how that pattern plays, you want to watch the first couple of races at least.
Yeah, okay, that's good info. And what about the Cup, race number 8, the Bailey and Lewis Pharmacies Invercargill Gold Cup? A pretty decent lineup here.
Was horrific in the Dunedin Cup. Closed with the quickest 8 and 6 of that race to win it. Speaking to Kelvin Tyler earlier in the week, says he's really trained on, hasn't taken a backward step. Savazar comes up favourite after a really good win in the Waikawahiti Cup a couple of starts back before running 5th in that Dunedin Cup last time out. Bully Boy comes out of the same race as our Gladiador. They ran 2nd and 3rd last time out at Riccarton, and that form seems rock solid as well. And if you look at the pace here, it comes from Riviera Rock, who's kicked on really nicely for 2nd in the Dunedin Cup last time out, and you'd expect Want to Be in Paris to be really positively ridden, as is Bully Boy here. So I actually defaulted to Kilowatt. I thought at the prices was the best way to go, and I thought a real Southland horse, half to Avantage, won the Gore Cup and was pretty good, and closing off really strongly with good sectionals in the Dunedin Cup as well. So I'd give that a chance at a nice price in second favourite.
I heard Kelvin Tyler's comments during the week, Aidan, around Kilowatt. He was pretty bullish as well. And if we do get to a slow or dead 6 or even into that slow range, boy, oh boy, you'd be riding calculation, wouldn't he?
Absolutely, because he's a horse who does perform, certainly in the south. That draws a little bit tricky and could mean that they go back a little bit further than what they intended. But he came from last to win the Dunedin Cup with, as we said, the quickest 8 and 6 of the race, equal quickest last 400. So there's enough in Kilowatt's run, and from what we're hearing, that the horse is really trained on, so to say he'd be a great chance. And he's captured the imagination down there. He's won 10 races, a heap of cups, and he's raced by a pub syndicate. So they'll be having the time of their lives down there.
Absolutely, Cups King. You'd have nothing to add on the back of that, Pops, would you? Aidan's covered it off beautifully down in the deep south.
Look, he has, hasn't he? I mean, look, Palmetto is a horse that does look to be the one to beat in the Guineas. And if that rain does come, that's only going to increase the horse's chances. Because if it was to hang around that good to 3 dead bracket, would that be a little red flag against Palmetto with all those better wins on off tracks, Aidan?
You could, because we saw this horse in the winter and racing, with merit in some pretty testing conditions. But this is a race that really does lack depth. It's a listed race, and that status might be in doubt. We've seen better fields than this in previous years, so it will be of real concern to the club to have a field, just down on the quality. But a home track win, and it might come there with Palmetto as well. The last start win was good at stakes level, so they'll be really hoping that the benchmark horse in the race can get the job done.
Yeah, good luck to Sally Mackay, and all the connections are with around Palmetto, and the Kilowatt team down there in the deep south have one on me if Kilowatt can take out the Invercargill Gold Cup.